Lies. You breathe, we lie. They come to us naturally. To you, an empathic and caring person who is imbued with the traits of decency and honesty and compassion, the act of lying is anathema to you. Even the use of a little white lie as it spills from your lips can have you feeling uneasy. Empathic victims conduct themselves in a way that involves avoiding lying for most of the time, and you would invariably rather stay silent than let an untruth escape your mouth. Of course, you are not saints, and there will be occasions where you tell lies in circumstances where there is an erosion of your emotional empathy, but for the most part, you operate with honesty, you operate with decency. You are truth seekers. You want to get to the truth, you want to share the truth, you wish to speak the truth. You invariably avoid lying, and you detest being lied to. This offends your truth-seeker trait. It offends your trait of honesty. It offends your trait of decency. The lie shatters trust. Trust is a fundamental ingredient in your world to any relationship, whether it is between spouses, colleagues, parent and child, or service provider. Without trust, nothing would be achieved, and the world would be a darker place. Breaching that trust is a terrible act from your perspective. And where your trust has been broken by the issuing of a lie, either one of commission or omission, then you react with horror, anger, upset, disappointment, and dismay. The telling of a lie by our kind is a very fast, instantaneous way of asserting control and drawing fuel. The graters and the ultra-narcissists, we know that we tell lies. We do so because we have no comprehension of guilt, remorse. We have no moral integrity. We are morally bereft and ethically bankrupt. Indeed, we actually revel in the telling of the lies because it entertains us to get away with it. It amuses us to tell those lies and to see people dance to them. Lies are expedient. They are there to be utilized, and they serve our purposes well with regard to the pursuit of the prime aims, and we know that we use them. We do not lie all of the time. There will be instances where we will say something that accords with your perception of the truth, because that serves our purposes to do so, and therefore it is not the case that a narcissist will lie all of the time. But lies are used extensively. When it comes to the lesser and mid-range narcissists, their lies are their truth, and many people struggle to understand this. They believe that the narcissist must know that he's telling a lie. They don't. The reason for this is that it has to be instantaneous when it comes to the expression of that lie by the narcissist. There can be no hesitation. There can be no consideration or contemplation of what they are doing. They lack the evolved status of the greater or the ultra to be able to pass it off without any hesitation, without any indication of lying. And therefore, their narcissism operates in a way whereby their lies are their truth. Take, for example, as you are listening to me speaking now, and you heard a loud bang. You would instantaneously, because of your startle reflex, shrink down, perhaps jump under your desk, clamber under your bed, because you would perceive that there is a threat. But you would certainly jump nevertheless and make yourself smaller instinctively. Why? It's a self-defense mechanism. What you wouldn't do is this. Oh, there's been a loud bang. I wonder what that could have been. Maybe it was a bomb. Oh, well, if a bomb has gone off, that means that there might be shrapnel or debris flying through the air. I could be at risk here. I better make myself small, get under the desk, clamber under the bed to protect myself. Oh dear, it's taken me too long to think of it. I've now got a piece of metal embedded in my leg. The fact is, with certain things, if you have to think about it, it's too slow. Where you are being pursued by a threat, your vision tunnels automatically. You may not realize this, but it does. You have an instantaneous and instinctive reaction to that threat to your person and well-being, so that your vision, your peripheral vision, shrinks so that you can focus on an escape route or an exit, so that as you're running away from that lion, you don't stop and go, ooh, Louboutin shoes, they look pretty, and stop and then get eaten by the lion. You focus on getting away. Again, an instantaneous and instinctive response. Our narcissism, where the narcissist is lesser or mid-range, operates in the same way. It is instantaneous, hermetically sealed. It has to take place straight away to ensure the achievement of the prime aims. And lying is one of those things. If the narcissist has to think about, what should I say? Is this true? Is it not? They'll hesitate. They will do something which gives the game away. Of course, often you will find that the narcissist is in a lie because what they say conflicts with other evidence that you have. But that doesn't matter to the narcissist. The lesser or mid-range narcissist issues a lie and believes it to be their truth because the narcissism makes it so. In that instance, the narcissism will rewrite history so that they believe that it is true. It is akin to as soon as you make an assertion, time stands still, and the narcissism says, okay, this person has accused our narcissist of sleeping with somebody. This is threatening our narcissist's control. As a consequence of that, what we must now do is nullify that threat to control, and we will issue a denial. We will tell a lie. We will cause the narcissist to say that he has not slept with Candy, the stripper. And therefore, in order for that to be effective, he has to believe it. So we will quickly rewrite history and expunge from his mind in this instant, because remember, the narcissist compartmentalizes in those ribbons of a second each. We will expunge from the record that he has knocked Candy's hip out at the motel this afternoon. And in that instant, before the narcissist speaks, the narcissism on his behalf, as the self-defense mechanism it is, just like that instantaneous startle reflex, jettisons the knowledge of what he has done, replaces it in that instance with a clean sheet that he's not done anything wrong, so when he goes, what are you talking about? Who's Candy? He believes the lie. I know that may seem incredible to you, but this is the way that it has to operate, because the lesser and the mid-range narcissists lack the function to be able to lie convincingly if they have knowledge of the lie. Even if you were to present them with information which contradicts the lie, their narcissism will deflect from it. So let me give you an example. You confront the narcissist by saying, you have been sleeping with Candy the stripper. First line of defense, denial. No, I haven't, says the narcissist. If you then go, oh, okay, I believe you, you've backed down, you've given the narcissist control, that's the end of the matter. If, however, of course, you go, yes, you have, you dirty low-down scumbag, you challenge his control again, he'll issue the denial again, because his narcissism will continue to tell him that he's not done anything wrong. And this will go on until such time as either you back down or the narcissism decides we can't get control over this appliance directly, you'll have to withdraw, walk away. The lie didn't work, but withdraw and shout, I'm sick and tired of you not believing me, I'm out of here. And his withdrawal allows him to assert control. But what about if you then present to that narcissist evidence, independent corroborative evidence, showing him balls deep in Cindy that afternoon, that somehow you've got a camera in the motel, or that you have a private detective somehow sneaking a long lens into the hotel room, the curtains weren't drawn. And you present, let's say, the lesser narcissist with evidence of photographic or video evidence. The lesser narcissist will take your phone in which the video exists, throw it on the floor and go, what evidence? Childish? Undoubtedly. Pathetic? You're bound to think so. Effective? Yes. Because in the mind of the narcissist, the threat has now gone. The evidence never existed, because that is the past, and we are now in a new compartmentalized moment. So the narcissist rejects the threat by smashing your phone. The evidence doesn't exist. And if you continue to assert, you've just smashed my phone, the evidence was on there, prove it. Well, it was, so you say so. he will continue to issue the denial until either you back down or, again, he is forced through active withdrawal, through the third assertion of control, to walk away from you. A mid-range narcissist would be less likely to smash your phone. What he would do is he'd deflect. What do you think you're doing filming me? I'm sick and tired of you controlling me. I'm sick and tired of you sneaking around, never letting me do anything. And then it's allegation. So the denial can no longer be maintained because the narcissism recognises that first line has been smashed through. And it falls back on the second line of the twin lines of the narcissistic defence, namely any other manipulation, blame shifting, deflection, projection, circular conversation, and so on and so forth. And so the mid-range narcissist is likely to say, I can't believe that you're following me around. There's something wrong with you. You're such a control freak. And puts the emphasis on the victim to defend themselves. And that allows the nullification of the threat to control and the assertion of control over that appliance. If the appliance doesn't back down, the narcissist will keep going until they do so, or again, will then move to withdrawal in the example that I've just provided. Lies are part of that. The greater and the ultra know that we're lying, and we revel in it. The lesser and mid-range do not. And it takes quite a bit of effort on your part to grasp that concept, because your emotional thinking won't let you. It doesn't accord with your worldview. You know when you're lying, so surely the narcissist must do so. They're an intelligent person. They must realise. Surely they can see the evidence. But they don't. And logically, they can't do from the logical perspective of the narcissist in order to achieve those prime aims. They're not allowed to know your truth. Unless, of course, your truth accords with what they want. And then they'll embrace it, which makes it all the more confusing for you, because there are occasions that the narcissist will deal in your truth as well. But a lot of the time, along comes the lie. Those three letters create a small word, but one which has all manner of repercussions. From the lies that accompany infidelity, which strike at the core of the relationship, to the lies told by those in power to remain a demagogue and achieve political expediency. The effect of not telling the truth is substantial and enormous. Lying results in damage. Lie to your friends and you lose their respect. Lie in a court and you commit perjury. Lie about your circumstances and you commit fraud. Lie to your children and you begin to warp their world. Lie to your other half and you destroy a part of them. A small word which packs a thermonuclear punch, so easy to say, so simple to use, and the effects upon the empathic victim can be devastating. Little wonder that its use is so prevalent amongst our kind, economical and effective. No other tool comes close to the power of telling lies, and this is why they are used repeatedly, often and extensively, by our kind. The advantage of their use is by telling you a long, involved explanation, we lead you up the garden path and around the houses, causing you to become confused and bewildered. The advantage to us is that the terrible truth of what we do becomes lost in explaining what we have done by use of our convoluted and twisted diatribes. We tell untruths from the moment that we seduce you, as we deal to you our lovely ideals embellished, with falsehood about how we will achieve a promotion in under 6 months, climb Mount Everest, and interior design our new impressive home. The fact is that there are certain narcissists that are so deluded, huge fantasists who exaggerate the achievements and plans so that the lucid ideas expand beyond reality. The use of lies assists us in evading the finger of blame. You will try and catch the narcissist out, but there is never a lapse in exposition as we weave an ever more complex web in which we wish to ensnare you, leaving us untarnished and able to assert control. You look on in astonishment, as, laughing, I'm escaping accountability yet again. No matter what I have done, no matter how heinous the activity, I will allow untruth to spill from my lips with consummate ease, so that I remain in control, superior, and blame-free. Often it will be a short and barefaced lie, designed to have you speechless with incredulity as I walk away, laughing inside energetically, where greater or ultra, at your shocked face. On other occasions, I will engage in the shaggy dog story, going round and round, adding more and more to the tale, so that I lovingly insinuate eventually that you are the one to blame, and this makes you react all the more. How can we have the audacity to say such things and turn the blame onto you? Look, it's easy. We have no sense of remorse or guilt for the things that we say. You are burdened with a conscience and a moral compass that causes you to steer a path, so you always stick to the road of truth, or nearly all of the time. We have no such compass. We don't have a conscience, and this allows us to weave and twist, taking our explanations into the realms of the fantastic. Whether we are boasting and bragging about what we are or seeking to escape culpability, we will lie incessantly. You will plead with us to tell the truth. You will promise that there will be no upshot, no comeback, and no consequence. You just, for once, want to hear us speak the truth. You know your truth, but you want us to tell you so that you can hear it from us for once. Like I'm ever going to do that. Why should I give you something that you want and relinquish control? Why should I cede that control to you? Most of all, why should I give up the opportunity of control and gathering fuel from you? This is why we lie extensively, even in some instances where the truth might actually serve the narcissist better, of course better when judged from your viewpoint, of course, and not ours. We will gain control, we will gain fuel. Our twisted lies always cause you to react and provide us with that control and with that fuel. If a situation is lacking in emotion, all it takes is for us to tell you a lie. The bolder the better, the more brazen and ridiculous it is, because the greater your reaction will be, and the more the fuel will flow. Because you hate lies, and you hate being lied to. As you stand before us, frustrated and upset, with the greater or the ultra, I'm laughing, I'm escaping, yet again, any responsibility for my actions. I will smother you in untruths, layer upon layer. Literally, it's engulfing you in falsehood, so that you no longer even recognize the truth. Such is the level of distortion. We lie to everybody, but not all the time. We lie to the man in the corner shop about how many goals we scored at football, lies at work to cover our backs and to plunge knives into the backs of others. Lies to a friend about how much we like them, just to keep the little idiot entertained. Repeatedly, we will lie to you to ensure you remain locked in entanglement with us and cannot escape. We use lies to express our false sorrow, our fake remorse, and our promises to change, just so that you will not leave in earnest. We show off with lies in the crowd to bring the spotlight back onto us, as we talk over other people, because we like interrupting everyone. The lie is a limitless, invigorating example of what we really are. A fraudster, a charlatan, a con man, and the pathological liar. The lesser and mid-range do not know that they lie repeatedly and know no other way. The greater and the ultra lie, and know that it must be this way, for we have no desire or necessity to embrace any other way. We will always lie. We are loving it every day, because it furthers our schemes, underpins our ambitions, avoids accountability, and achieves the prime aims. We are always telling lies, and that's the only truth.